So now we're going to go over your calendar, and you can get to your calendar by using Google Classroom. So you can just go to classwork and find your math goal calendar. This is from previous year. The calendar might look differently, but the way you use it's going to be the same. You'll see in the beginning of the year, okay, I put in example goals. So on Tuesday, September 3rd, okay, of last year, my example goal was for students to start the first lesson, which was adding integers, and just taking the notes. The following day, finishing the notes, and then the next day, doing the practice. So sometimes a lesson can take 2 to 3 days, depends how short or how long the lesson is. And then usually there's a deadline for each unit. In this case, the deadline was the 20th. Okay, that was when you took your Unit 1 test. And last year there was a field trip. So I had the kids write in field trip for Camp Kiev. After that, you get back to school and then continue lesson 7. After September comes October, and you'll notice that I didn't write any lessons in there for you. Because we're in a hybrid situation, and sometimes I'm not going to be able to see you in person, let's say days that you are home and remote learning are Mondays and Tuesdays. So what I would want you to do is, even though my example goal was, for instance, no school, let's say you're at home, okay, and you put in that you completed lesson 1. And then you already finished the notes on Monday, so you didn't need to finish the notes on Tuesday. You went ahead and started the adding integers practice. So see how you're just replacing what I wrote in as example progression of the class into what you've actually done that day. And then eventually you'll start creating your own goals. So start Unit 2. And that's the goal calendar. So I'm going to be checking in with everybody, whether you're at home or you're in class, to make sure that you're updating your goal calendar and you know what you're doing for the day. The beginning of the year, we're going to start with just making a goal for each day at the beginning of class. Then we're going to get to making a goal for the whole week at the beginning of Monday. Eventually, hopefully by the end of the year, you'll be able to know how well you're doing at math, how fast you can go with these lessons, and then finish by actually making a goal for the whole month, okay, for that last month of school. So that's the hope. And that's how you're using your goal calendar. It's a way for me to track your progress. And it's also really important for things like, let's say in December, you're taking a trip, okay? You want to make sure that you write that in there, like you're going on a family vacation, and maybe you're doing that for the whole week. And on that trip, maybe you don't want to do any math and you want to pick up where you left off. Or maybe you do want to do some math and you can put in like lesson 21, if that's what you're working on in December. So that's where you are. So that's how the calendar works for the hybrid learning that we're doing.